Hello one and all, welcome back to Classics on a Shoestring. If you remember my last video, that's if you watched my last video, I took my daughter out for a run in the beach buggy and we had a drive shaft go. It's ripped the CV joint to pieces. So today I'm down the garage, I'm going to attempt to pull off the drive shaft, because I need to take it and get it worked out what CV joints I need, purely because I have two different size CV joints. As far as I'm aware, one is from a Porsche or a bus, because by all accounts they're the same size, because I'm running Porsche swing arms, and as far as I know I'm just running a standard 1300 gearbox. That was how it was when I bought the vehicle over 6 years ago now. Right, I don't know if you can actually see, but because I've got to take the tyre or something in here. But obviously they go backwards and forwards, but they're not meant to do that. And this is the one that I lost all driving. I'm debating on changing all four, purely because if I change just the one, and as you can see, look, it's smothered everything in grease, so that will need sorting out. But as I'm saying, chances are I'll change the one that's blown for a new one. The other three are going to be the weak point, so I might just change all four at once, two on either side. So let's get it up in the air, let's get the wheels off, and go from there. Right, that is absolutely gone in there. Give it a closer inspection when I get it off. But the deep joyful part is, normally stick it in gear to stop this spinning so I can undo them. Probably gonna have to come up with another way of doing that. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, I don't know what you'll get, probably mostly my hands in the way, but let's see. What I've done is I've got my old motorbike stand for my motocross bike when I had it under the threads, to sort of try and stop it spinning as best I can. Obviously it's not the best way, it's sort of better than smashing some big bar in there, I suppose. These were Loctited in. obviously being bashed about inside has clearly caused an issue. I don't normally have to use a puller on them. They have normally just come off in the past. That's going to make me pull it. Right, let's go and find me puller. Right, I ended up having to get the puller out and put a puller on this to get that piece of, get that off, because the ends of this have become a little bit chewed up, a bit of a burr on it there, so I'm even struggling to get this washer on and off, which when I changed the gaiters last time, this lot all just slid on and off. So I'm going to have to run a file, I think, just through the ends of these, because this is obviously moving freely up and down here. It's just where I think all these bits of bearing casing and everything has just been rattling around in there. It's chewed the end up slightly, so gonna file that and try and open them up a little bit. What I've done for now is, obviously I want to try and change all four, because obviously that's happened to that. I don't know what sort of state these ones are in, so I'm thinking of changing all four CV joints. Now I can't do this one-handed, so let me just move this over here. I don't know if you're still picking me up. This one is the one that goes to the wheel. This is the one that goes to the gearbox that's absolutely obliterated. It isn't overly bad inside, it just looks like the bearing cage has give out, and that was that. This one is slightly smaller than this one that goes to the wheel, so from what I can work out and after looking online, this is a Beetle one that goes to the Beetle gearbox. This one is either a Porsche or a bus CV joint. Been told by various people online that the Porsche and the bus CV joints are the same size, so I'm going to run it down to a VW place and try and get a set married up for both sides. Stuck my little blue cap I've just made up onto here, because obviously with it moving around and going to a shop, I don't want grease everywhere, I don't want it falling to pieces, because I've found they're inclined to fall apart, and rather than get a load of crud and everything in there, put that on there and it just stops some of it falling around. So like I say, that is absolutely obliterated. There's still 6 ball bearings are still there. The ball bearing cage is destroyed, which in turn then has just chewed and ripped through the gaiter. So happy days. Let's give this a little file. I'm going to put the wheels back on it, because obviously I've got to put it back in the garage, and then I'll source some parts. Right, I cleaned up what was left of the bearing case. There's only about half of it there. There isn't a great deal of wear on anything in there, but that's what give out. and left me stranded for 7 hours. Right, all I'm going to do is I've got a triangle file and I'm just putting that in level with the grooves, and I'm giving it a little bit of a clean and a reshape, and then hopefully the washer and the bearing will go back on and on better. Where I use the inner race of the bearing, or whatever you want to call it, to pull it off, it has give the grooves back, but in a couple of spots it is really flat, like this one here. You may even have to go across it there because it's pulling. So I'm going to get a slightly bigger file and go across. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can see where I've filed and then where I need to file the lips back in. Just where it's burred over from the parts running around inside it. Right, this now actually goes on and off by hand a bit. It's tight, but it's now going up and down the splines rather than having to yank it on and off with a puller. Literally all I've done was cleaned out around the top, so it now fits better. Obviously I don't know how tight these are meant to be, but no, it won't go every time I do it. There you go. You think it's a case of getting it on and off square as well, but done. Right, I'm going to put the wheel back on, get it back in the garage. That's going to be it for now. This will probably be a two-parter because, like I say, I've got to now go find a different couple of VW places and try and match the CV joints, because, like I say, I don't know exactly what's on there. Once I've matched them, I can keep the details for if I ever need them again. But please like, comment and subscribe.